Hello. My name is Benjamin Bowden, and I'm doing the narration for our group project, Worst Food in America, which our group has chosen, Froot Loops. The work done is by Benjamin Bowden, Taylor Constania, Lynette Ray, and Summer Watson, and I am very sorry if I have messed up any names. So we have our nutritional information and ingredient list. Your standard serving size is 1 1/3 cup, which gives you 150 calories. There's only 1.5 grams of fat, and 0.5 of that fat is saturated. There's no trans or unsaturated fats in there. No cholesterol as well. 210 milligrams of sodium or salt, and then there is 34 grams of carbs, which 2 of that is fiber, and 12 grams is sugar, and all of the sugar in it is added sugar. There's 2 grams of protein in there, and 2 micrograms of vitamin D, no calcium, unless you supplement that with eating it with milk. And then there's 4.5 milligrams of iron and 60 milligrams of sodium and 45 micrograms of folate or folic acid. We have the ingredients list there. I have the corn flour blend, whole grain yellow corn, degerminated yellow corn flour, and then sugar is the second ingredient, wheat flour, whole grain oat flour, and modified food starch. And the rest is 2% or less, which we have vegetable oil, oat fiber, maltodextrin, salt, soluble corn fiber, natural flavor, some artificial food colorings in red 40, yellow 5, blue 1, butylated hydroxytoluene, I have messed that up, some vitamin C and ascorbic acid, reduced iron, niacinamide, vitamin B6, vitamin B2, vitamin B1, folic acid, vitamin D3, and vitamin B12. So, we do have a myth among us that our daily caloric intake should be 2,000 calories for everyone, which that is false. The reality is it varies per person based on many factors like weight goals, current level of activity, any medical conditions, numerous things. And a couple of influences on recommended nutrient requirements: the diabetes, which require different ratios of fiber, protein, sugars to ensure that they stay in a safe zone for insulin levels, and pregnancy is another one. For pregnant and breastfeeding mothers have different ratios of fat, iron, and calcium, and other vitamins to ensure healthy fetal growth and milk production. And then you have your current and ideal weights to ensure safe decrease or increase in weight ratios for fats, proteins, and sugars are calculated with health and safety in mind. You do not want to go on an insane deficit in any one of those, because that can be bad for many things. And then also your current level, activity levels, and age. So based on how active you are or your age, there's all different ratios for nutrients that you need, depending on what you are doing. Like athletes need way more carbs than someone who isn't working out daily. So for our example, for the USDA calculator, RDI, and information for a person in their mid-20s with a starting weight of 240 and a current weight of 265, these are the estimated, this is what you should be getting, or in this range, which is 3,105 calories a day. 350 to 500 grams of carbs a day, 45 grams of fiber a day, 140 grams of protein, 70 to 120 grams of fat, depending on how many carbs, and a long list of vitamins to help supplement the extra body you are holding. And there's a fun fact along with this: the difference in fat requirements between a child around 1 and an adult around 30 is approximately a 20% difference in needs, with the child requiring more fats than the adult. So, Froot Loops versus the RDI. Based on a general 2,000 calorie diet, one serving of Froot Loops only contains 2% of RDI for fat, yet 12% for carbs, and only 2 grams of protein in the whole thing. And they contain 9% of the recommended daily allowance for sodium and a whopping 24% for sugar, which they are not a good nutritional food source. Because they're so high in sugar, Froot Loops do present a risk for diabetes and obesity, for diseases like obesity and diabetes. Better options to consider would be a higher protein and lower sugar content food. Lastly, work done by members. We have Benjamin Bowden, who added the images and arranged slides 1, 4, and 5. We have, and also narrated information for context for slide 3. Lynette Ray contributed information for slide 3, and Summer Watson contributed nutrition information on slide 2. I hope you enjoyed our presentation, and have a good one.